Hey, B. JamiThatsMe here. Listen, it's time for us to get into our review for Married to Medicine, okay? Now, before we get into it, y'all already know how this goes.
Not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking. Not unless y'all giving me likes and 2,000 or more subscribers every week. You hear me? Okay, go ahead and like up the video and subscribe to the channel. We about to go ahead and start this thing off with Simone and Cecil. I don't really care about contestant talking to her husband, giving him the rundown. We already know the rundown, right? So Simone and Cecil are talking about the beef that she has with Quad now. And Simone says, who told you that I was looking up your VIN number? And I'm kind of like, Simone, don't be playing dumb, girl. Like, you know who told her that. Like, why you playing dumb in front of Cecil? Like, Cecil wasn't there the whole time. Then she says, I don't give a damn about looking up your cars. Okay, I'll be honest. You might not give a damn, but I do feel like if somebody gave you that VIN number, you would have looked it up. Okay, just don't put your hands on me. Like you told him, don't put your hands on me. Okay. Now she said it was all a joke, and she did that back when they were beefing. Now I figured you probably did that back when y'all were beefing, and nothing recently, right? So I get that, right? I also feel like Heavenly did know it was a joke, which is the very reason why she never brought it to Quad to begin with. She never said anything until now. And I feel like, were you using this as a moment to distract from whatever it is that you got going on? Because why bring it up? And honestly, to me, that's not really being no friend to Quad for real. You know what I'm saying? That you just, now you want to tell her? Now you want to say something? And you knew that it was a joke? Right? So yeah, I don't know. But I will say, as much as it was a joke, I do believe that if somebody would have gave you that VIN number, you probably would have figured out a way to look it up. I'm not going to hold you. At least at that time, especially during the time when y'all was beefing. Okay, I feel like you probably would have, like, be very clear about it, okay? Now, Simone also says that Heavenly brought up her marriage, right? Making it seem like they got some marital issues or whatnot. And she didn't like that. And I'm over here looking like, Simone, baby.
And I'm going to touch her hand when I say this.
It's because y'all do, okay? It's because y'all do. Then Simone says that Damon didn't even tell Heavenly that her son got arrested. And Cecil said, now, whoa, wait a minute now, okay? We don't know what's going on in nobody else's house. And Simone like, no, we don't. But she don't really know what's going on in my damn house. And she still said what she said. Okay, she only went off of what I told her. So guess what? I'm only going off of what she told me. Period. Tit for tat. And scoop back. Thank you. Then Heavenly, she talks with Damon about Simone. Heavenly says that, we almost got into a fight. And, I just cannot be her punching bag. I just can't do it. And I'm like, Heavenly.
And I'm going to touch her hand when I say this.
You can't be messy and then think ain't nobody supposed to address you. You telling Quad what you told Quad was messy. Quad confronting Simone about what she said. How did you not think that Simone was not going to address you about what you told Quad? It's a domino effect. What are you talking about? I don't want to be her punching bag. Ain't nobody making you no punching bag. Okay? But they are addressing you accordingly for your actions and the role that you play in all of the madness too. Right? So for you to say that she was aggressive and not mention Quad at all, to me, I don't care how nobody feels, that's whack as hell. You over here saying that Simone was unhinged. Guess who else was unhinged? And guess who started the unhingement? Quad. Okay? Period. So Damon says, I didn't like what you did. Okay? I didn't like what you said at all. She said, oh, Daddy, you didn't like what I said. I didn't know you were mad, Daddy, you didn't even show that you were mad, Daddy. Daddy, had you been mad, I still would have did it. Because that's just how I am. But I just didn't know that you were mad, Daddy. You know me. I do what the fuck I want to do first, Daddy, and I get permission later, Daddy. I do what the hell I want to do, then I deal with the consequences later, Daddy. Daddy, you know how I do, Daddy. Right, Daddy? Daddy over there like, I was furious as hell with your ass, okay? And in so many words, Damon done got his ass down to the confessional and pretty much done called her a damn bully. I said,
I was furious. I think a lot of times women don't look at their actions as being a bully.
Now, Heavenly want to go on and tell Damon how the ladies over there trigger her, okay? That's what she's saying. They triggering her and how she can't go on this trip and all of that. And I'm like, girl, Lies, you know you going. Stop playing. It ain't too many trips Heavenly didn't miss. Just like Toya felt like you didn't miss too many events. You ain't gonna miss too many trips either. So Damon is like, do what you want to do. Heavenly says, I got too much going on. I got too much stuff I got to deal with to be arguing with these type of hoes. Okay, these stupid ass hoes. I said, well, if you feel that way, Heavenly, then get off the show. Because you too busy, right? You got too much stuff to do to be worried about and to be arguing with these stupid ass hoes, right? But every season you find yourself in a situation, so maybe you should just leave the show or something. Okay. So Quad and Simone, they're talking. And actually, all the ladies have arrived to the airport at this time. And Angel brings up the situation that happened at her event. And of course, Quad and Simone apologize. All right. Not that they were talking, but they were talking to Angel. And they have already given her apologies because she was disappointed in everybody. Right. And I can appreciate that better when you also include everybody that was involved in it and not just one person. Okay. So when I saw Quad and Simone, laughing at her, poking at Simone and whatever they were doing, I really, for me, love to see it because I know that both of these ladies have a genuine love towards each other, but I don't know what it is that just makes them get so upset. And I'm like, in order for you to get this upset, it got to be that some love, a lot of love there. But I also wonder, could it be a situation similar to Heavenly and Jackie? Remember how Simone kind of started to feel a way that Heavenly got super close with her bestie Jackie? I also wonder if Simone has felt the way that Quad and Heavenly are closer to each other than they are and how they used to be. So that's what I'm wondering. I don't know, but that's what the ladies got going on, okay? But I was glad to see that moment between them, and I'm glad that they moved forward, and that it's a lot of love there, right? Contessa lets us know that the ladies are headed down to Florida. They're going to be over there in the area where she went to flight school at. And I said, oh, wow, I never knew that Contessa knew how to fly planes. Like, yes, I knew Contessa was in the military. Never forgot that, right? But I did not know that she did anything with flying planes. So shout out to her for that. Now, the loyalty, we're in the car, right? So in the vehicle, you got Brandi, you got Simone, you got Toya, you got Jackie. Toya is asking Dr. Jackie about Heavenly. Have you talked to your friend? Is that, and the other? And I just kind of felt like, Jackie, the loyalty that you be showing to Heavenly, it really be getting on my nerves, girl. Because I feel like the grace that you may get to Heavenly, you don't really give to Simone. So Toya, and I feel like, to me personally, I feel like Heavenly has done way more SHI than Simone. Okay? But some people can just, y'all, Heavenly is more palatable for a lot of y'all than Simone is. But, okay, girl. So Toya asked her about whether Heavenly was coming. And she's playing the same game or the same semantics in my personal as she played when Toya approached her at Mimi's event and asked her, is Heavenly going to show up to the event? And she was like playing semantics and all of that other stuff. So it's giving the same thing, But she was so ready. I want to have a conversation with everybody because you were doing too much. Now you want to tell Simone that she was doing too much? Baby, she said you was on 10. I love when Simone said, don't talk to me about shit about how I was if you ain't finna talk about everybody because all your people was on 10, boo. So unless you talking to them or talking to me about them, like, girl, we not finna do that. You not finna sit up here in my face and try and chastise me for my actions because you already know I've gotten on your ass about that before. Okay? Because of how you let Heavenly get away with shit, but you want to sit up here and talk to me. Don't scoot back, girl. Lesson out. All right. Simone says that Heavenly put out misinformation and says if you start to do that, then it can affect my medical career. Now, I do call cap on that, just a piece in my personal, because I feel like, girl, y'all are literally on a TV show where y'all have been fussing and fighting for years, and it has yet to affect any of y'all's careers in a massively negative way. So what are we doing? I kind of disagree with that. And then I'm like, well, what part is affected the career? The fact that she said you were going to look up VIN numbers, or the fact that she was feeling afraid of you, right? I'm going to say this, and I'll repeat myself again later on, but Heavenly bringing this whole, I was afraid, for my safety. Oh my gosh, she was aggressive. BITCH, that woman was no more aggressive than Contessa was when she was trying to get on your ass last season. Huh? Say huh? Did Contessa not come around on the table on your, okay? Was Contessa not ready for that action you was out there trying to give? Oh, okay. Okay, but you put your arm around Simone and think Simone's supposed to stand there and smile with you, and she take your arm from around her and say, girl, scoot back up off me. Then you say some fly SHI to her and think she not supposed to respond? Girl, I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through with your marriage. Like, BITCH, you said what? Like, that was really enough for her to really get on your ass for real. And especially you being a person who don't want nobody coming for your marriage or saying anything about your union. So, yeah, nah, ma'am. That's crazy. So they arrived to the home that Contessa booked for them down in Florida. And what we learned, or at least what they learned, is that the newbies got to share a room together. And they over here doing the absolute most about sharing a room together. And I actually think that Contessa did it right. Sorry, some people I can't remember who it was. I think it was Eugene trying to say that it was hazing. And it's like, hazing or not, okay? They didn't put in on this enough. They haven't built this platform up enough for them to get their own room right now. Sorry, oops. When they plan a trip, then it can go in that direction. But as of right now, Bookie Butt, go in there with your homegirl. Y'all become besties. Go in that room together and share that room. Y'all will be okay. Y'all act like we're going to be living here forever. Girl, we only here for a few days. So, yeah, y'all will be fine. So I don't even know why they was tripping. Angel like, oh, I got me a 5-6 bedroom house. You want me, girl? Shut the hell up. And I shut up. Like, what that got to do with you got a 5-6? Okay, this a 5-6 bedroom house, and you still finna go share a room. What's going on? Okay. That Angel don't girl.
I don't want to hear all that.
Anywho, so all the rooms were pretty much nice in my personal. We get to Angel and Brandi's room. We see it looks like it was some twin size bunk beds. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they were full size. I know they had one bed in there that was full size. And so when they go in the room, Angel automatically starts to question Brandi about her energy. Is you cool? How's your energy? I mean, I'm just trying to see, I got to have really good energy around me when I go to sleep. Like, I'm trying to see what kind of energy.
Because my brain is got to clear up. Wait.
First of all, ma'am, you talking about you need to have a good energy around you when you go to sleep. You do know there are other host of women in this home. So your issue may not even be with Brandi. It may be somebody else. That person may affect your energy as you're getting ready to go to sleep. But you over here pressing about Brandi, I guess because y'all sharing a room together, obviously. But at the same time, why her energy got to be bad? And it was your approach. I didn't like your approach. I'm just trying to figure out what your energy is like. First of all, let's get into your energy right now. Because I'm not really featuring it. I don't even much know you that much like that. And this would have been a great opportunity for us to get to know each other. But the way you coming at me, I don't know if I like your energy and if I want to share a room with you. And can I also highlight the fact that Brandi was even allowing you to have a full-size bed versus the bunk bed was enough to let you know that her energy was good. Okay? Because the way these housewives be fighting over stuff, right? She could have pushed back on that. She could have been like, nah, I'm taking this bed. It's fine, da-da-da. But the fact that she chose to give it to you versus fighting with you, that should have been enough to let you know what kind of energy she was on. But you know what it also lets me know, Angel? It lets me know that you've been in too much conversation with Mimi and likely with Heavenly. That you over here feeling away about Brandi because Brandi is over here being cool with Toya. That's what it makes me think about. And I'm just so confused because I'm just like, y'all over here trying to pick a side, but Heavenly's side ain't no better than Toya's side. What? Brandi brings the conversation to the group, and Angel tries to defend her stance and then tries to blame Brandi by saying, well, she gonna sit up here and tell me that if I don't like her energy, I could go to quiet room. And Angel, Brandi is like, girl, do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself after what you just said? Yeah, if you don't like my energy, yeah, Quad's door is always open, I would think. Like, girl, what? It was after you said what you said to me. Like, girl, my stuff was a reaction. Stop playing. Okay? Then you turned around and you called this woman aggressive. Like, ooh, look at her. Oh, my. Oh, okay, she get an attitude. Oh, okay, she's very aggressive. First of all, BIT, for you to sit up here and call this lady aggressive in my personal is no different than what Mimi did the other week when she pretty much provoked Brandi and didn't want to turn around and tell her to calm down.
Not align yourself with people who are negative. I don't need your advice. Calm down.
Ooh, girl, y'all falling off the ladder. Y'all not climbing up. Y'all falling off the ladder for me. You and Mimi, Angel and Mimi, just on those little two things. I'm going to still give y'all a chance, okay? But y'all falling off just a little piece. So Angel tries to apologize barely. Okay, she says, girl, that wasn't my intent. Based on how you took it, like it wasn't my intent. Then says, you understand what I'm saying? Who the fuck? Baby, I love how Brandi just sat there and continued to eat her food and look at her like she was damn crazy. Because first of all, why are you talking to me like I'm a child? Why are you talking to me like I am a child? No, ma'am. So Contessa reaches out to Heavenly, right? And she hasn't heard anything from Heavenly. Heavenly, how do you not reach out to, and have a conversation with the very person that's hosting the trip? Especially for you to end up showing up for said trip. That's why I'm wondering if you even got a room. I slick hope you don't. So you could go in there with Quad, or you could go in there with Brandi and catch one of them beds. But, So Simone says, well, she said that she felt unsafe with me. Yeah, she felt unsafe around me. She called me aggressive. She said I was unhinged, honey. She said I was hostile. And Quad said, well, she had told me that you pushed her. That's what she said, right? And then Simone said, girl, I did not push her. She had her arm around me. I took her arm and I took it from around me. And Contessa was like, well, I was there. And I didn't really take it like that. Like, I didn't really see it as like she pushed her arm. You know what I'm saying? And if Heavenly felt like it was a push, it is what it is. The moral of the story and the goal is for you to get your fucking hands off me, period. Okay? So if you feel threatened, you feel scared, oops, get your damn hands off me, girl. Okay? But that's what's going on. So Quad says Simone go for bad, but she ain't that bad, okay? She not gonna bust a grape, okay? Matter of fact, she not gonna bust an egg on Easter Sunday, okay? Quad says Simone is all bark and all gummy. So Quad says Heavenly was feeling bombarded and she was not feeling heard, so she was frustrated. Heavenly was feeling bombarded. She was not feeling heard and she felt frustrated. So y'all gonna get those same excuses to Toya when Toya feels bombarded, not feeling heard and frustrated like she was at her house? Because if we gonna use that for Heavenly, we must be able to use it for Toya in her own damn home. She was feeling bombarded. She wasn't feeling hurt and she felt frustrated. I don't give a fuck how she felt. How you think I felt? I was bombarded by you running up in my damn face asking me about a damn VIN number. Okay? I'm trying to explain to you what it was. You ain't trying to hear me, Quad. So yeah, I was frustrated too, especially after you got the hooping and hollering and yelling in my damn face. And then I found out who the hell said it. So yeah, I'm finna go say something to her. I don't give a fuck how Heavenly felt. Is you cool? So then Simone says, be a stand-up woman right then and there and address it right then and there. And I said, no, ma'am. No, Simone. Because in all honesty, like, I'm with you on approaching her because you felt the way because it all happened right there and Quad made space for that to happen. But I also don't think that Heavenly was going to be able to be a stand-up woman because y'all wasn't going to listen to each other. You was going to yell at her. She was going to yell at you. And that's legit what happened. So maybe y'all should have had a follow-up conversation at a later time, just like what you and Quad did. Now, I do understand if y'all did not have that follow-up conversation because obviously Heavenly wasn't really talking to nobody. She wasn't even talking to Contessa. Let Jackie tell it she was barely talking to her. And then the other thing is the fact that she up here trying to play you out, talking about how you aggressive, unhinged, and hostile. I ain't trying to talk to you either. Okay? Stand by that. Now, Contessa wants Heavenly and Simone to move forward and this not be a permanent fracture in the friendship. Simone said, oh, baby, it's permanent. It's permanent. It's permanent. Yeah. It's permanent. Anywho, they decided to play truth or dare. And I didn't really care too much for the story. All they did was talk about SEX, different sex positions, Angel numbing her throat to the point she can't swallow. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. Let's move on, okay? Then Simone giving head or whatever to Cecil, like, congratulations. So Adventure Day, it's time for them to do the Adventure Day. Simone, Mimi, Brandi, and Contessa, they all decide they're going to go and hang with the dolphins, right? Contessa has talked to Heavenly, and Contessa asked Simone if Heavenly overreacted or did she do it intentionally, right? Because first of all, when she talked to Heavenly said it was her husband's birthday. She wanted to spend time. So eventually she does talk to Heavenly, but I believe that Contessa had to reach out to Heavenly yet again. But either way, they talked, right? So Contessa is wondering, like, did she say what she said about Simone because she overreacted? Or did she do that intentionally to get her in trouble? And I was kind of like, get her in trouble with who? Get her in trouble with the medical board, which I doubt that's going to happen as much as y'all have hooped and hollered and argued on this damn show. Or are you talking about getting her in trouble with the producers? Because that's what makes sense to me. Getting her in trouble with the damn producers. But all in all, Mimi is like, well, this is just my opinion. I don't think Heavenly was afraid of Simone, but I think she was afraid of what she was, how she was going to respond. Mimi, shut up, girl. Okay? Heavenly is a grown woman. Okay? Heavenly is a grown woman who knew exactly what the fuck it was that she was doing. All right? I think she was afraid of how she was going to respond. Scoot over. Slide over, girl. Slide over, love. So Brandy's like, I'm new to the circle, but I can tell you this, all the conflict that I have witnessed has involved Heavenly. I said exactly. All right? But Mimi want to tell somebody to be mindful of who they support or who they align themselves with. Girl, shut up. Girl, Brandi is starting to not trust Heavenly at this point, and I think that's fair. If Mimi can sit up there and feel like she can't trust Toya, I think it's fair for Brandi to feel the same way about Heavenly. So Toya, Quad, Jackie, and Angel, they all go out for the day. They ride around or whatever. Eventually, Toya and Angel do have a talk, right? And Angel tells Toya, because it seemed like Angel wasn't even going to bring it up until Toya called it up to the front. Like, hey, what was that thing all about, right? So then Angel says, I just felt like what you did wasn't cool. Like, you don't undermine another man while he's sitting there. And I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Now, if Angel would have said, I don't like how you disrespected me in front of one of my friends, like, regardless of what me and him got going on, that has nothing to do with me and you. And she didn't say that. She said, you don't undermine another man while he's sitting there. Girl, fuck that man. Now, if it's about your feelings, yes, I care about how you feel. And if you feel like Toya was wrong, I agree, right? But as far as how she made that nigga feel, I don't give a fuck about the man. Okay, and I don't think Toya should either, high-key. You don't undermine another man. Like, girl, I'm trying to figure out what undermining have y'all been doing to each other for the past 10 years, okay? But all in all, like, you approaching her on how she made a man feel versus how she made you her homegirl, her friend feel. Like, I think that would be more important in my personal. Do I think Toya was wrong? Yeah, Toya was. She was doing too damn much, okay? Toya gonna sit up there and talk about, well, you confused me because I'm thinking that you trying to look for somebody and you was about to blow my stuff up because I was gonna hook you up with my husband's best friend. Girl, F your husband's best friend, okay? Because he probably dating multiple women too. You think she's supposed to just cut off everybody? I don't think nobody's supposed to cut off everybody yet until you really see this situation is going somewhere. Then you probably start cutting them off. That's just my personal girl, but y'all, okay. Toya, I can't agree with you here. Angel says, girl, you funny. Angel like, girl, you funny. If you ever want to have a friendship with me, I don't want you to ever do nothing like that again. Toya said, oh, you don't have to worry about it, girl. I'll make sure that I know more than enough about you before I deal with you again. In so many words, okay? Right? So Angel says she wants her to pull her to the side to talk to her in the future. I said, that's not going to happen all the time, love. It's just not going to happen. We on a reality show. Like, everybody ain't finna pull you to the side. Was you about to pull Toya to the side? Because you could have did that before you even called it out in front of the group. So don't tell me to pull you to the side. Okay? We here now. But I don't know if they're going to be having too many conversations anyway. So Heavenly arrives and she says that she was late because she needed a break and she wanted to spend some time with her man. Cool. Heavenly gets back because, see, honestly, what's really weighing on Heavenly is the fact that she is running for this office, right? And also her son ain't talking to her. Like, of course, you got this conversation because she's so used to running her mouth about other folks, right? And then now that her story is out there, she a little, oh my God, right? On top of that, her son not even talking to her. So she got her own stuff she dealing with, right? She gets back at the house once they get to the, the villa, wherever they gonna stay at. She walks right past Simone, and Simone like, oh, so you don't see me? You ain't gonna say nothing? Why would she? Why y'all not talking right now? Why would she? I wouldn't be expecting her to say nothing to me either, just as long as she ain't expecting me to say shit to her. Like, we good, we see each other. Stay over there, I stay over here. So Contessa didn't know that Heavenly was coming, though. That's another interesting factor. You talked to her, but she still didn't tell you that she was coming. So I'm like, well, where the hell she finna sleep at then? So that was pretty much the episode, right? At the end, I do see the rolling credits for the preview of the next episode, and that's what made me make the note. After seeing Heavenly reiterate how Simone showed up at that party saying, oh, you was real aggressive and you was like, get your hands off me, yada, yada. I'm like, Heavenly, did you have the same conversation about Contessa? Again, the person that was going to beat your ass last year. But now you want to make it seem like Simone is the problem. Again, it's giving anything she could do to deflect a little bit from whatever she got going on. Because y'all have been in this place before. Simone wasn't wrong. Get your hands off me. And, like, Contessa was finna beat your ass. Like, I'm gonna remind you of it every time. But either way, girl, that's what's going on. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL, got them trying to clone me like ages. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim, putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel the pool.